Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy training day. My name is Rena Uha, and I'm here every single Wednesday inside of the Art Boss formula with the Art Boss report, the tools that you need to level up your art business so that you're living what we call the hashtag artist life. Don't you wish that passive income was as easy as just setting up a website, posting your artwork everywhere, picture price, and your artwork would just fly off the shelf? Well, if you're here, that it's not just as simple as just posting your artwork everywhere and setting up a website. Actually comes down to running a system and setting up that system in the right order. Can't skip things because you're like, I don't really like doing that. You can't be like, oh, I'm like not going to do it in the order that I'm supposed to do it in. This is exactly why when we are running a system, we have to do it in the right order so that it produces the results that we want. We are going to dig in today about automations and delegations that allow for you to get your time back in your studio. We're going to spend just a tad bit of time really talking about why setting up the foundations to your system and in the right order. Like, let's hashtag, we're doing it wrong. We don't want to be doing this wrong. We want to be able to automate and delegate our selling system so that we can get time back into our studios. So, hey, Shauna, it's good to see you today. Good afternoon, or actually, Susan, good morning, Susan. We're so excited that you're here. Hello, Facebook users. We're running this training in multiple groups and also on YouTube. So if you have questions, please feel free to post them in the comments below. If we don't have time for those questions today, we'll get to you. I'll send you a note directly in Messenger. So let's go ahead and do it. Grab a drink, right? It's lunchtime, or for some of you, it's morning. Grab a cup of coffee. Grab the best spot in your house or your studio where you can just kind of focus on the training today. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to dig on in. Hey, everybody, it's Rena Uha here with the Art Boss Report. And today we're going to be talking about, super excited, automations and delegations. Who doesn't love passive income? Who doesn't love to hear ding and find in your email, you're like, you received an order? Who doesn't like to open up their social media or their messenger and say, oh my gosh, girl, do you still have this piece? Okay, so we want to make sure that we are setting up the foundations to a social media selling system that allows for us to magnetize our ideal clients to us and then walk them down the path to the sale. Passive income is super sweet. Automations are the way that we get passive income, but we do not want to automate systems that don't work. Okay? We don't want to spend time. We don't want to pay money for high-end automation tools. We don't want to pay someone else to run our social media if we don't have a system that actually closes sales. So we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about the foundations of a selling system that we need to have in place in the right order. Like hashtag, we have to do this in the right order. Hashtag, we have to stop doing this wrong, because there is a specific order that we need to set up our business. And we can't skip steps just because we're like, oh, I don't really like doing that. Okay, we need to do that. But I'm going to tell you, the automations sometimes, and for most business owners, some of the first places we put in and start packing in our automations are in those things, in those places that we just like, we don't get joy from doing them, or we don't really want to do them. Those are sometimes the best places to start our automations. Okay, so I'm actually going to be giving you an artist automation and delegation checklist. You can see I already started taking notes on it. I was like, This is going to be delivered directly to your messenger inbox if you're already connected with Artie, the Art Bot. If you would like to get your hands on this, you simply need to connect with Artie. I'm going to be giving you the link in a minute, but it's also inside of the description here. It's artie.karenauha.com/blast. Okay. we are going to be sending that directly to your inbox, because I'm going to tell you this. If we're not having fun in our business, if we're not having a blast, if we're not having fun in our social media, we're just going to burn out. We're going to sizzle. Everything's just kind of go, our businesses will implode, and we won't be able to meet the sales goals that we want. We won't be able to live the artist life. I want you to share with me in the comments. I want you to share with me what gives you joy in your art business. I want you to start getting clarity on what it is, why you were placed on this earth to be an artist, and why you're investing in yourself and in your art business so that you can be living your #artist life. So I see some people, they're like commenting, everybody's like, I just love to create. Okay, I love making art. Like, some people are saying, I'm looking at all the different platforms here. I've seen people say, oh my goodness, I was just placed on this earth to be an artist. I see, oh my gosh, amen, amen. I'm like, this is so important for us to get clarity on, because as we're building our systems, we want to actually build a system and then automate the things that allow us to be doing what we love to do. Okay. I even see someone say, I love talking to customers. I love serving my ideal clients. That's what we're going to be doing here. So okay, so I'm gonna share a presentation. We're gonna talk a little bit about the foundations you need in your art business so that you can start automating it. And then we're gonna dig in. This is gonna be probably a little bit longer one today. Then we're gonna dig into the checklist, all those places where you can start. Some of these places you can start right now, automating and delegating in your art business. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Okay, so here. Social media and art is just smart. I know that a lot of artists say, I feel like a dancing monkey in my social media. I don't want to be a salesy weirdo. We have to be running our system in a way that allows for us not to show up as a salesy weirdo or a dancing monkey. We cannot walk away from millions upon millions of ideal customers, perfectly wonderful, brand new future customers, future leads that are waiting for us to find them. And they are all sitting in social media. So we have a choice. We can either learn how to leverage social media in a way that closes sales, or we can walk away from it altogether. But just simply posting pictures and prices, we already know that it doesn't create consistent monthly income. Because this is the goal. We want to say death to the social media crickets. If you've been working in your social media, I'm going to hit it again because I just love how it explodes. If you've been working in social media, you're putting in hours and you're not getting sales results, then we need to make sure that we're setting up our system in a way that allows for us to close sales. And if you're skipping some of these steps, or you're choosing not to do them, or you're doing them half-hearted, that sometimes is just the simple change that allows for you to be on the path to six figures. This is one of the things that I talk to most artists about. They're very hesitant to show up in their social media because they feel like they're going to look like a salesy weirdo, a dancing monkey, a puppet, a used car salesman, all the different ways that the resistance, that fear kind of starts coming out. And here's the thing. When artists tell me that they're not going to work in social media, or they don't want to look like a salesy weirdo, so they're not going to actually implement the full system, when I take a look at their social media, they're usually hiding. When someone comments on their artwork, they literally jump out and go, do you want to buy it? Do you want to buy it? What will you pay me for it? Right? So they actually do look like salesy weirdos when they're trying to sell something. So we need to have a system that allows for us to magnetize our ideal clients and then give them everything that they need to say yes, so that when we're making our offers, they're pulling out their credit cards. All right. So here's what doesn't work. Hiding behind your social media. Your perfectly wonderful customers want to get to know you. They want to see you. They want to hear you. They want to know more about you because they actually they're just like going to be in love with you because they don't have the ability to do what you do. And although you feel like creating art was just really easy and what's so special about it, you're super special. What else doesn't work? We know this. Posting just pictures and prices, it just doesn't work. What ends up happening is we always blame our price, or we blame really cheap customers. We're like, my customers are so cheap, or everybody's telling me my price is too expensive. What else doesn't work? Creating boring content, low energy posting, or starving artist stories. What else doesn't work? Not having a plan for giving your audience everything that they need to say yes when you make your offers. This is the proven formula that we use, the Art Boss formula. This isn't new science. This is exactly the system that all online businesses, and I'm even going to say all businesses, use in order to close sales. This comes directly out of an Amazon flywheel. And we're showing you how to use standard concepts for closing sales in the online market to close artwork. You have to have a container, a place to collect your leads. You have to have them all in one place, and you have to have them in a powerful container. You could put everybody inside of an email list and then never touch that email list for 10 years. It won't close any sales for you. You can have you can have a container full of Instagram followers, but you never post anything and you never create powerful content that walks your client down the path to the sale. It won't sell anything. We have to start collecting our leads consistently and putting them inside of that container. And once they land inside that container, we have to have powerful content that connects our ideal clients with us and starts giving them everything they need to say yes, so that when we make our offers, we're closing at our ideal price. And it's not until we set up the system that we actually have data, numbers, math, that we can actually start answering questions like, am I finding the right clients? Am I charging the right price? Am I giving my client everything they need to say yes? How do I connect with my client and move them into a sales conversation? So we're gonna start talking about some of these automations and delegations that fit into the formula that we use. And I want you to see that you can connect with Artie right now, artie.karenauha.com/blast, if you would like to get a copy of this automation and delegation check sheet. Okay, because it really comes down to having this system and having it in place, having it in the correct order, working on it, and refining it. Making sure you set it up in the right order, and making sure that it is refined and you're dialing it in. Okay, so we want to make sure that our system is working before we ever automate it. That's the big aha moment. So I love working with artists to help them automate their systems. We have to build it first. If you come in and you show me that you have a system built up, we can totally start automating it. If you're like, no, I just want passive income. No, I don't know who my client really is. No, I don't even know how to price my product. No, I've never sold anything online. Let's get that system set up. But here's some of the places that we can start automating immediately. Okay. Or let's first go through the 3 places. There are 3 core places that we can start automating. We can start automating our content creation and delivery. We can start automating our lead generation, and we can start automating our closing and delivery. Okay, so we're going to spend the rest of the training talking about those automations that we can start putting into our business. I'm going to focus on ones that we can start doing right now. Okay, when you create your system and you're running a selling system that is closing sales, These are the first places that I recommend. You can grab the check sheet and you can read all the different places that we can actually start closing sales. But I want to focus on the first places. And when you're ready for the next ones, I totally know the tools. I can show you how to use them. And I can even, instead of spending months trying to figure out, should I work with this vendor or this vendor or this vendor, I can help you with picking the ones quickly so you can start digging in and you can start using them. Okay. So, content creation. Okay, we can immediately start automating our social media calendar. We can start creating powerful content and recycling it and reusing it so that within the first 30 to 60 days that you work with us, you're going to have your whole year built out for your social media calendar. And even better yet, you're going to be able to use it in 2024, 2025, 2026 with minor modifications versus trying to build out your social media calendar every single day. Okay. So really when we're working in our content creation, we have AI tools, we have posting tools, we also have email campaign delivery tools, we have SMS delivery tools, we also have lead magnet delivery tools. Okay. So there's tons of automation that can happen really quickly after you've built out your social media content. Super amazing. Our social media content really needs to be like there are three factors I like when I'm evaluating social media. Is it authentic? Are you showing up authentically in your social media? Is there clarity? Do people even know you're an artist? Do you know how many times I look at social media and I can't even tell if I have the right, like Sharon Smith, right? I'm like, I don't know if this is the artist or not. And also make sure that everything's aligned. So inside of whatever social media platforms we're using, we want to make sure everything is aligned. Okay. So the second place that we can automate is in lead generation. What can we do quickly? What can we like add into our social media selling system, like right off the bat? We can start leveraging the power of quick lead generation by using Facebook ads and using them in a way that actually close sales. No more just running ads to get followers and ghosts. No more boosting posts that lets Facebook decide who they want to share your content with. We don't even know if the people they're sharing the content with even like art. We have to take back that power and control, set up our system and our lead generation system, and then allow for Facebook to find hundreds, thousands, even hundreds of thousands of people to see what we're doing. Okay, super crazy, super amazing. Don't walk away from automations that actually save you huge amounts of time. And when we actually run successful paid traffic campaigns, that's where we get our time back from our social media, because no longer do we have to spend hours looking for leads. We actually have a tool that is looking for leads for us, right? So the first two places that I recommend is in automating your social media calendar so that you no longer have to just sit down and write content all the time. Instead, you're creating a recycled social media calendar. Why? Because our leads need to hear what we're saying over and over. And as we're bringing in new leads, sometimes half of our people haven't even heard what we have had to say yet. Okay. The second place, let's start looking for leads versus one, trying to look for them one by one. Let's pull in hundreds, maybe even thousands in a month that are coming into our selling system so that we can start qualifying and disqualifying them. Okay. The third place that we can start automating inside of our selling system comes on the back end with delivery. It's once we've closed sales and we're delivering sales. Let's take a look where in our system we can actually start closing sales with automations instead of having to work one-on-one with people, right? So I love the power of reproductions and print on demand. We have the ability to close sales, literally set up a website. There's new websites coming, guys. If you don't know this yet, like pop a note below and say, tell me more about the new websites. These aren't like Etsy or Fine Art America. These aren't WordPress websites where you literally go in and you get overwhelmed by all the different options and all the different sizes. This is a website that literally takes your client and walks them down the path to the sale. And at the very end, they're putting in their credit cards right there and then. Okay. So Super amazing automation. It is one of the automations that you're going to need everything set up properly. You're going to have everything dialed in before you do that kind of automation. Before you do that kind of automation. So we want you to make sure that you have everything set up in the right order and you're closing. Another automation to consider is really just leveraging the power of print on demand and the power of reproductions. So super excited. Please don't miss out on this opportunity. You had enough time to get in there with Artie. I'm so sorry. You've had enough time to get in there with Artie so that you can connect with her. She will send you this PDF file straight to your messenger inbox. Okay, one amazing thing. You don't even have to think about it. And every week, if you would like for her to send you those, any of the PDF files, she's going to just like literally send them on over to you. If you don't want it, throw it out. If you do want it, you're going to have the link to be able to watch this amazing free training that we provide every single week in the Art Boss Report here every single week at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We want you to have the tools, the strategies, the system that allow for you to build your art business. Okay? Inside of the free zone, it's super huge here in the free zone. I want you to see the big systems and strategies. And if you would like help on a daily basis, just simply type in the comments. I want to work with you, Ren. I want to work with Team Art Boss. Okay. So depending on what you need, what automations you're looking for, we can uncover your next steps and we can start diagnosing the disconnect in your selling system. We can start plugging those leaks and identifying where we need to be adding that gas. So super excited. We'll see you next week. Enjoy every single second that I get to spend with you guys. You're amazing, super amazing, talented artists sitting right here. And you guys have the ability to close sales using the online market. And I'm going to tell you, your artwork is amazing and it is exactly what your perfect and beautiful, wonderful future customers are looking for. So we will talk to you next week. You have a really great rest of your day and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.